So you heard when Charlotte was like, the dude from Hip Hop DX, he was just at the 50 years of hip hop shit.
Maybe I ain't made it there yet.
So he was just at the 50 years of hip hop shit, and some dude from Hip Hop DX was like, Charlotte was like, man, I done did like 20 interviews, 30 interviews. I was about done, and this dude came up. He was like, man, I wish I could remember his name, but he was like, dude was like, yo, I've been fucking with y'all forever. And Charlotte was like, man, I appreciate that, man. I really don't want to do no more. He's like, nah, it's cool, man. Like, I get it. He's like, I just wanted to shake your hand, tell you I'm a fan, all this shit, and blah, 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 blah. And Charlotte was like, that's what's up, man. And dude was like, you heard of MC Top 'em All? And Charlotte was about to be like, who? You know what I mean? And dude was like, and he was like, this motherfucker got me. He was like, I wish I could remember his name because he got me good, dog. Like I was about to bite, you know what I mean? And he didn't. But that shit had me cracking up because he was like, he got me so, you know, I know he listens to the pod that I actually did the interview because I was like, yo, I ain't gonna do the fucking interview. But then he
Somebody
like,
got me. Somebody got me good. It wasn't on some dragging these nuts across your face shit one time, but somebody got me. They all set the hook, and I bit so hard, man. It was talking about being in like Antarctica, because I work with some dudes that used to be in the military and shit, and they were talking about being in cold places, so like Greenland or wherever it's really fucking cold, and they were like, yeah, this and that, man. This happened to you out there, and one dude was like, that fucking Arctic snake, and I was like, what? Dude, like the Arctic snake, man. She'll kill you. I was like, there's a snake in Antarctica or whatever. He's like, she'll crawl up your ass and freeze you to death or some shit like that. And everybody started laughing at me. I was like, oh, you motherfucker, you got me. He's like, boy, I can't believe you bit on that.
Yeah. I was about to get you with the spoiler shit, but we ain't doing it. Spoiler alert. That shit had 10 horsepower at least.
Oh,
dog.
my God, dude.
Hey,
that's one that never. Somebody will say that at my funeral.
Nah, it's like when Raven was talking about radio typing.
Yeah, that was good. That's radio typing.
That's just radio. Like you talking about stereotyping. I got you.
Yeah. Same thing.
Damn. But when we start this pod, I just want to say, man, shout out Jim's Towing, my dog. Your boy had a fucking water pump go out the other day, and guess who showed up? Guess who the fuck showed up?
You know what happened the very next day?
What happened?
Fucking wife got into a car accident, and guess who showed the fuck
Guess
up,
who
dog?
showed the fuck? Not Jimmy, but his people showed up.
Yeah.
But shout out Jim's Towing, man. If y'all ever need your shit towed, that's the guy, man. His company is what they've been around 30 years.
How old am I? 30, almost 38. Started at 85. So yeah.
Yeah,
Started in 85.
38 years, bro. They've been around towing all this shit. All y'all's pieces of shit, and not just pieces of shit. My bad, dog. Not just y'all's pieces of shit, because I mean, like my truck's fucking almost brand new. Water pump went out, so you see they don't make them like they fucking used to. But
Man, no shit.
You know what I mean? Dude took care of me like he always does, bro. Fucking good people, man. So what's the number? You always know the number.
843-553-2244. It's pretty
That's
easy.
it, baby. Just like that. So if y'all ever need a tow, holla. If y'all been drinking too much and the Uber costs too much, you know what I'm saying? Like you leaving the concert and the Uber is 60, man, holla at Jimmy. Might get you there for 50, dog.
And he'll take your car home with you,
Hell
dog.
yeah, you take the car too, bro. Pull that bitch on the rollback and y'all hop in the fucking thing and y'all might vibe out with the driver. I don't remember. I wish I could remember the driver's name that rolled with us, but dude was cool, man. Fucking James Island cat. You know what I mean? Fucking straight Gullah Geechee motherfucker.
When I used to work for Jimmy, I worked for Jimmy a long time ago, and one night he was like, hey, I got something going on. Everybody else kind of has something going on, so hopefully shit don't pop off tonight, but you got to kind of take care of the shit by yourself. If you get desperate and need, you can hit somebody up, and I was like, hey, no problem. I might have to wake up once. It shouldn't be a problem. Because at that time, it was like, it never failed. I woke up at least one time in the middle of the night to go out. Well, this night, it was like, must have been a full moon or something, dude. Like 4 cars I got 4 calls. I didn't sleep all night. And the last call I got was from at 4:30 in the morning, dude. Some girl called and she was like, I'm broken down at this gas station. I need to go to Green Ridge Road. Green Ridge Road is all those apartments. Right? So I'm like, God damn it, man, I ain't slept all night. I was about to pull my lifeline and call somebody to come and do it, but I was like, man, fuck it, man. The sun's coming up. I'll just take the rest of the day off and I'll just sleep. I made my money. So I go to pick this thing up and it's a stripper, bitch. I don't mean to call you bitch. It's a stripper girl.
He's growing, people.
See, I'm evolving.
If you want it to grow.
So it's this stripper girl. She didn't have to make it very obvious, but she was this real slim black girl. She's wearing next to nothing, glitter on everything, and she had her dude with her, some dude. He just looked like a regular old hood dude. So I was like, ah, man, fuck, whatever. So I pick him up. And we start riding, and dude was cool as shit, man. Sitting there talking to me, offered me some weed. I said, man, I'm good, man. Let me just do this. I ain't slept all night and do this and get y'all home. Well, we go to drop her car off, and like the rule was, especially in a situation where you feel sketchy about it, do not unhook that car until you're paid, because them boys will haul ass on you, right? So I'm like, look, I can't do nothing until y'all pay me. It's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and he's like, oh yeah. And like I said, this dude's cool as shit, dude. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we got you. She gonna go upstairs and get your money real quick. So I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting down there chopping it up, and I'm like, feeling like I'm about to get robbed. And these motherfuckers came down and paid me like $85 in ones. A whole stack of $85 in ones. I just looked over at him, and he was just like, yeah. Yeah. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Hey, you want to go upstairs? You want to come upstairs real quick? I'm like, oh, you can want your money back, huh? Yeah, I told Jimmy that story the next day. He was like, yeah, it happens all the time.
I don't know what this made me think of, why it made me think of this, but we were at one of Caden's basketball games recently, and this old white dude pulled out a fucking wad of $2 bills and like handed one to Haven and was like, and she was like, what is this, Daddy? I was like, oh, it's a $2 bill. And I looked at her like, my man been at a strip club, because they don't do ones no more. Dude. They do twos. Yeah, but we was there, you know what I mean? We at this private school, fucking Christian private school basketball game and shit. I was like, maybe it's just a cool thing he does, but I wanted to pull him to the side and be like, dog, you can't do that no more.
Come on, people hit to the game, dog.
Yeah, dog, you can't be
you letting the devil creep in, dog. I remember the first time I went to the strip club, man, and they handed me all the $2 bills. I was shocked, because like when I was a kid, it was like how you said the dude gave it to Haven. You'd be like shocked to see one of those.
Yeah,
like, I don't never see no.
When
the
last
bills.
time you saw one?
Strip club.
Exactly.
But before
exactly.
then, I was probably like 3-4 years old. Somebody gave it to me as like a.
That's why when that dude pulled it out, I was like, "Oh man, this is the last place I thought I was gonna see this." And they were all crispy as a bitch. I was like, he must be going to the strip club, because they was crispy.
Yeah, they done got it figured out, man.
Wasn't all weathered and shit.
Inflation on strippers, dude. Like you show up, like damn, the ATM probably giving out $2 bills.
Damn right. But you know how to break out the damn. Well, shout out Jimmy one more time. I had to break out the shades though, because after we have a nice trip, I gotta break out the shades, man. We done saw Yelawolf Thursday, and Friday, back-to-back nights. Got to see JellyRoll. Didn't get to see Bunny. Her bus was there, but they said she wasn't there. I'm like, man, them boys just driving her bus and shit.
Yeah, my wife was heartbroken. Man. She was like, I was hoping she was gonna come out. Like, what, you think she was gonna say hi to you? It's like 50 yards away.
They definitely think that. They're like, yeah,
best friends. Like,
I like all her posts. She's gonna say what's up to me.
So we love Yelawolf, and we was second row. This motherfucker didn't even look at us. He probably looked at us, but y'all ain't friends. Y'all ain't friends. Show was dope, though.
I do have to say, because I'm gonna do the shout outs early so I don't forget them, but. Thursday when we went to Yelawolf.
Yeah.
All right, Yelawolf and Kasky. So I'm gonna throw the picture up in the pod, but I photobombed these people's shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shout out. So I'm gonna shout out Josh, Jody, and Brittany. If y'all can't see that, I'll throw the picture up like right.
Oh, we gonna get it timed out the way we have it like this?
Yeah, so
right here, right
here. Yeah. But shout out to them, man. I told them after, I photobombed their shit. I gave them one of our cards. I was like, yo, we do a podcast. Like, send us the picture. We'll throw it up on the next podcast, talk about that shit. And it's dope because I sent him a link to the podcast, sent him a link to the music, and dude done text me a few times since then. It was like, yo, y'all, music's fucking fire, bro. I was like, well, if you was at a Yelawolf concert, you'll fuck with our shit. Like, that's
doubt.
No, I mean, that's how we get down. So shout out Josh, Jody, and Brittany, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll throw the shit up. Hopefully y'all fuck with the pod. Y'all probably saw Cousin Sal standing behind me. That's how we get down, man.
Dog thought we was gonna have to fight in the damn mosh pit for a minute there.
Yeah, that shit was
intense,
wild.
dude.
That shit was wild.
Shit happened right there next to us, and I was like, I put my hand on that big dude's back, like, no, y'all fighting over there.
Yeah,
We ain't fighting over here. Y'all go fight over
that
there.
shit over there.
He was
dog.
beating the shit out of somebody. He had somebody on the ground beating the shit out of him.
I think dude was just trying to pull the girls apart.
I seen him throwing blows.
Oh,
on
he was
something.
throwing blows?
Yeah, I thought it was CJ. Remember? Cause
Yeah.
Like,
He had
look,
like long hair.
But I like, had my hand on his
thick
back,
ass back.
and he was fucking wailing on somebody, and I was like, no, y'all go over there.
I don't know. They started bamming, but I did like that. Like we talked about before, after that show, but before this pod, we talked about how Kasky was like, "Yo, that shit's lame, bro.
That's just whack as fuck. Y'all,
Know what I
y'all
mean?
came all
Like,
the way here to fight."
Yeah, like of course he opened the floor up for everybody to get hype and was like, "Let's get hype. Let's mosh. Let's rage."
Yeah.
So it's partly on him, but at the same time, I'll say this: if you go to a concert and the motherfucking artist is like, "Yo, let's mosh, let's rage," if you're anywhere, if you're 50 feet from the center of the floor, from the center, 50-foot radius, and you don't want to fucking throw elbows and push and shove and jump and get water and beer poured on you, like, move the fuck back, because that's what's about to happen. Like, you can't. I think that's what the problem entails, is like people don't understand. Like me, I understand that. Like as soon as he was like, "Yo, we about to march," like you saw our whole group was like,
just did a little shift.
Yeah,
but not only that, I just like got ready. Like, okay, I'm not gonna fight, but I am gonna do something like over there.
Right.
Over there.
Just put your hands
the mosh pit
out and, like,
boundary is right here. Y'all take it over there.
Yeah, put women and children behind you.
Shit, the women
like,
were the one fighting. If girls was the ones fighting,
Yeah.
I was like, these bitches wild.
But
dog.
but that's one thing that I know as a concert goer. I was like, once first of all, if you're not trying to get super fucking hype, go to the sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go in the fucking middle, because everyone thinks like, oh, let's get front row up in the middle. We're gonna see everything. Is like, yeah, you gonna see everything.
Yeah.
You gonna see the drunk people, the stage diving, the fucking pushing, the shoving, all that shit. Like, just go a little bit to the side, and you're gonna be good. You know, and let people do their thing. Like, and if you're too close to that shit and you don't back up, you can't be mad people stepping on you or pushing you.
Hold
like,
on. I want to do a flip side to that coin, because we went to a show where I almost got into it with the big dude, and there was no mosh pit happening there. I was just literally just standing there, and that dude was just bucking just by himself, big old dude too. And he was just throwing himself around. And finally, I was like, "Look, bro, you got to go mosh over there around somebody else that's moshing, because you're just being an asshole. Yeah. You're not. Nobody called for a mosh pit. You're trying to stir some shit up, and you fucking with me.
Yeah, well, there's a difference.
Yeah,
like that's a totally different thing. Like, if the artist calls for a mosh pit and like everyone knows it's time to mosh, then you can't be mad. But if you just like decide, I just want to start pushing people and swinging and shucking and jiving, like, nah.
Well, granted, we were at like a 90s rock show, so I kind of get a little bit of him wanting to thrash out and shit, but you still got to read the room, dog. You see a bunch of fucking 30-plus-year-olds
I
in
don't
there.
get it, bro. I will say this. If there's only 50 people at the show, there's no moshing going on.
Yeah, we chilling,
like,
bro. Just let them boys jam.
Just let them boys jam. Yeah. Like, that ain't... We're at a show with 1,500 people. So...
Yeah.
You should expect a mosh pit. But if there's only fucking 45 people and you're at your fucking local pub, like, you know what I mean? You gotta, like, tap somebody on the shoulder, like, hey, dude, you want to mosh? Y'all go mosh together, dude.
We
bro.
was at we went to Rockfest, me, my brother, and his friend, and there's a gang of motherfuckers there, and that was, I mean, Rockfest was a serious mosh pit. Like, there was a 6 foot, this dude had to be 6'6", big old dude, white dude, skinny dude, mohawk and a Bane mask, just walking around the damn mosh. You could see him hovering over everybody. He's just slugging people, dude. It wasn't about pushing or nothing. He was just in there throwing blows, dude. This girl came by me with a big bloody nose and shit. I was like,
Bane got you.
Yeah.
Get out of the mosh pit. I was born in the mosh pit.
I was born in the darkness.
Yeah, this dude was beating the shit out of people, and I was like, yeah, I ain't about that shit, man.
Yeah, well, I remember like, well, you probably had a little bit of this too, fucking around with Patrick and people like that. But I had some homeboys that were like alternative skate dudes, and that's what like they was moshing. But some people just want to fucking cause problems, and they want to fight, and they want to do all that shit, and it's like they use the mosh pit and that vibe to do it. But real fucking lovers of the music and the art and shit is like, yo, we're not trying to hurt nobody that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get in here and we're gonna rage and we're gonna fucking, but throwing punches and shit, like, that's different, bro.
That you want to see the world burn.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And that ain't moshing to me. Like, moshing to me is just like, we're gonna fucking like chest bump, hit each other.
These boys like bull rush each other. There'll be one dude just standing there and they'll just rush in and just throw everything. It's like, dude, maybe I'm just different because I ain't that's not how I celebrate music, by beating the shit out of myself or anybody else. Whatever, fucking rock on, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Rap can be like that, dog.
We didn't got we ain't got hype of some rap.
Yeah.
We was at a rap show when the shit happened.
Yeah,
That shit was a rap show. I mean,
you're
for
right.
sure.
Touche.
But like, no, them rock boys take it to a
But
different
we was
level.
listening to fucking Lil Jon on the way back, and we was like, dog, that shit.
That'll get you there.
Hell yeah.
That'll get you. That'll light that fuse. I know. I damn sure done fucking jammed out to some Lil Jon. That shit, like a little Cat Williams said, that shit'll make you get your ass killed in the club playing that shit. Fuck them boys on the west side.
But to speak on like I said, fucking we went to we got to see Yelawolf. We got to see Kasky, who was the Cowboy Killer, started the show. And you know, he did good. I ain't gonna, you know, I got my reservations or whatever, but I thought he did a good job, you know what I mean? Like, he brought the energy, had the band, you know, like, I'm one of them people, like, just because it might not be my fucking cup of tea or whatever, like, I can at least be like, I respect the grind, I respect the fucking showmanship and the hustle, and he's one of them people I can say that. Like, he brought it, you know what I mean? Like, he came and did his thing. I
can see how his fans fuck with it.
Yeah.
Granted, like, it's probably not my, like you said, it's not my jam, but I can see how whoever does fuck with that shit fucks with it heavy, and he's the guy that does it.
Yeah.
He's the one that does it for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like our grandparents don't get down with Lil Jon.
No.
They probably think he's just a bunch of fucking noise and shit, but we get it.
Yeah,
he does it for us.
And I'm super like an open-minded dude, because like I listen to shit that my granny would listen to, and I'm like, that shit goes hard. You know, like, I get why you like that shit. It was from your time, and like, it's well put together. Like, for me, it's like, I don't give a fuck what you do, but do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell when the shit's forced or fake, or you're just trying to do this thing or that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm socially aware. I understand, like, whenever a motherfucker is coming out and just trying to, like, do a certain thing, and like, or pandering and things like that. Like, I get that. Like, so if I feel like it's real and it's like you and like that dude, like, I could tell, like, if I would have went and talked to him after the fucking show, he would be a cool ass dude and about his fucking music and like really takes the shit seriously. Does that mean that, like, it used to be like this with I used to always say this about gospel music, all right? So, like, just because the message is good doesn't mean the music is good, all right? And that's what I used to always say about gospel music, because it's not that I fuck with any music if it's good. But I'm not just going to say your song's good because you're fucking talking about God. Or I'm not just going to say your song's good because you're talking about shit that I like. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're pandering.
Yeah.
You know,
you didn't figure out
that's
a
where
formula.
pandering.
Yeah,
just because, like, you're talking about something that relates to me doesn't make it good. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot to do with country. Like, just because you're talking about sitting by a bonfire, drinking beers, listening to fucking good music, all that shit's cool. I like doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But just because you're talking about it doesn't make the song good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
just because I relate doesn't mean I'm entertained.
Exactly.
You gotta make it entertaining, no matter what it is. But like, yeah.
But I have developed this. I wasn't always like this. I was like I would hate on some shit, and now I've figured out, like, for instance, Beyonce. All right. That's a crazy fucking segue, but Beyonce, I used to fucking hate Beyonce. And I don't like saying that because a lot of people are like, oh man, she's the best or whatever. But now I don't. Now I understand, like, she doesn't really make music for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that now that I can take my liking it out of the equation and just be like, let me respect the artistry, the craft, the performance, the dedication, like everything she's put into it. If I can look at it from that perspective, then I'm like, yo, she's one of the GOATs. She's one of the best to ever fucking do it. And until I did that, where I like took myself away from just like, do I like it? Because that's how I used to be, was just like, do I like it? It's like a flow chart. Do I like it? Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Then is it this? You know what I mean? Like, I'm flowing down, but it'll be like, do I like it? No. All right. Hate it. Hate. The
Loathe
Grinch.
entirely.
I hate it for fucking ever. You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to like really draw myself in, and like that's what I was telling you with the Yelawolf concert. You know what I'm saying? Because so let's get into it. All right. So I'm a huge Yelawolf fan, much more than I don't want to say huge, but I fuck with Yelawolf. I could say huge. Like, I know all his fucking albums, all his music. Like, I've been fucking with this dude. Like,
I'm a huge Yelawolf fan.
I am too. I would never say I wasn't, but the only reason I wouldn't say I'm not a huge Yelawolf fan, because like I feel like huge is like, you know, like this dude's backstory and you've watched his interviews. Like, I'm a huge fan of his music.
Well, I'm a huge fan because I've done all that shit.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Word.
But watching the show, Kasky, to me, all right, so like we got to see all kind of shit this weekend. So we saw Killer Cowboy, Cowboy Killer, Kasky, Yelawolf Thursday night. Then we saw Struggle, Yella, JellyRoll Friday night. And what I'll say is, like, Kasky and Jelly are closer to me than Yella and Jelly, in the sense of, like, Kasky is more similar to Jelly, not music wise, but just like, Kasky was, it's like you could look at Jelly and be like, there's two different type of artists. This is what I wanted to say. It's two different type of artists, and I fuck with both type of artists. All right, there's Busy Bones, and then there's and like Busy Bone to me is like Yelawolf. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is like the most talented motherfucker in the room, the best, but they know that shit and they act like that shit.
Okay.
And then you have Crazy Bones, which are JellyRolls and Kaskys, that are as talented as, not quite as talented as the Busy Bone, but their attitude reflects that. You know what I'm saying? They're like super appreciative of everyone that fucks with them. Always just like,
I think you're mixing up Crazy Bone and Lazy Bone.
maybe lazy. All right.
Lazy Bone's
All right.
Crazy
Lazy.
Bone's tall, dark one. Lazy Bone's a little one, a little lovable motherfucker. He's like all sweetheart.
Yeah, so maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should use Busy and somebody else. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like Busy reminds me of Yella. It's like fucking dress weird, act weird, crazy fucking style, fucking crazy bars and like chop, like just the whole fucking package. But you know, is the type of dude that comes on stage and is like, y'all are lucky I even fucking blessed this mic tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're lucky I even came. And then you have people like Kasky. I don't know who to compare Kasky and Jelly to, but they're the type of people that come out and like Jelly, I feel like would be, even though Kasky opened up for Yelawolf for 1,000 people, you know what I mean? If you would have switched him with Jelly would have been just as humble and like wanting everybody to, and that transition from, because Jelly's already done that, but that transition from Jelly opening up for Yelawolf for 800 to 1,000 to 5,000 people to his own show with 15,000 fucking people that we were just at, tears flowing down his eyes, like fucking so appreciative, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And like, and I'm not trying to like put Yelawolf in a negative light, because that's what my main point is there's two different type of artists, and I love both of them. I love the motherfucker that's super like humble and appreciative, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm just glad to fucking, like a fucking Mac Miller type motherfucker that's just like, I love everybody and I'm so glad that y'all fuck with my music and like, let's have a good time. But I also love the fucking M&Ms. It's just like,
yeah, that's why
I'm the fucking best.
We've
you know
had
what I'm
that
saying?
Conversation before where I'm like, I like a little bit of arrogance.
I love the arrogance.
I like a little bit of
I'm not hating
shit
on either one, but
yeah, the only thing that I wouldn't have liked at that Yelawolf concert is getting hit in the face with a birthday cake, dog. I would not have liked that shit at all. He had to be in on it. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. If it's your birthday at a Yelawolf concert, you getting a whole cake shoved in your
get
motherfucking
fucked
face,
up.
dog. And I'm not talking lightly like they show you on YouTube videos where they're nice and friendly with it. Nah, DJ Clever came from behind shit with a giant cake and full-fledged smacked this dude in the face with that dude. And
I don't think he's in on it.
he might not be, but man, I would be
think
upset.
it ties into like what we were talking about with Kasky starting a mosh pit and shit. It's like Yelawolf is kind of on the border of that rock and roll shit, of that just like,
yeah.
we do shit like that, and it's like, it's perceived as love. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is awesome. That happened to me. Whereas like, we don't come from that shit. We come from like, respect is love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, a lot of times I feel like the rock world is like, I respect you enough to fucking hit you in the face and fucking be friends after. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that jackass shit.
Yeah. Like that kind of alternative rocky vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
got
bro.
no problem with somebody just hitting you in the head with a pair of hair clippers and just fucking your shit up. Like, nah, bro, we can't be cool. I can't be hanging around with people that just be wanting to fuck me up like that. I was a kid that fell asleep at parties all the time. So I got drawn on and fucked with in my sleep, man. I still hold grudges.
Yeah.
To this fucking day, man. Hell yeah. Don't fuck with me.
It was fun. It was fun seeing Jelly though, man. I think that like it couldn't have happened to a better dude. You know, if that shit's all fake, then he should be a fucking Oscar winning actor, because
that
like
shit was so fucking cool.
He definitely appreciates his fucking fans and the people. Like, for him to pull Yelawolf up and be like, yo, this motherfucker fed my fat ass when I couldn't fucking, took me on 2 different tours. You know, like. You know, like y'all all up here, like we said a couple pods ago, where I was like, or maybe it was the last pod with RJ, where I was like, if you talk to Jelly, he'd be like, Yella's that guy. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of said that night. He's like, this the fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, my shit popped off and everybody connected with my music and all that shit, but that's the fucking guy.
He really is, dude. To the genre bend the way he does, I had a blast with it, and everybody knows that we went to the concerts, but hit me up like, which show was better? I was like, the reason that I'm gonna say the show was better Thursday night when it was Yelawolf headlining was because of the atmosphere. We were right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, if I wanted to, I could have jumped up and slapped hands with this dude.
Yeah,
I was that close, and the vibe, the atmosphere was just dope. But it was good Thursday. He was good Friday night too, opening up for JellyRoll. It just sucked that like it's hard to transfer that intimate area energy into like a I mean, 15,000 fucking people is a lot of fucking people.
Yes.
So it's hard to transfer that energy to it. And I kind of felt bad because, you know, we was all the way away and I would have rocked out with him again. But, you know, all the way, hey, Yellow.
Yeah.
But it was dope, man. It was definitely dope to see JellyRoll, like you said, like whenever he take his time out to talk to the audience and just, like, you just feel the genuinity. You can feel his genuineness about being like thankful that people were there and shit. Yeah. And people like, well, like he brought the sign up and like, you know, people, because he speaks to the people that a lot of drug addiction problems and he speaks to that shit. So whenever like somebody's there for their sister that died, he's like, this is who I do this for. Like he's talked about it on many things. He's like, I've seen this shit happen to very close people that I know, people that I love that have just died from this shit. So it's good that he speaks for that crowd.
Yeah, he connects with people. But on the flip side, like I saw some videos of like the next night of Jelly, and he was like, he had the same spiel, you know what I'm saying? Like when they did the Simple Man shit, he was like, we doing this first one for Shinedown. My people in Shinedown, blah, 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 blah. We going to do this first hook. And then he breaks it down. It's like, oh, well, I didn't tell nobody or I didn't tell her this, but this next hook we're doing for the people from Jacksonville, Florida, Leonard Skinner. You know what I'm saying? Remember he said all that shit?
Yeah.
He says that every show.
Well, yeah.
Exactly the same way.
Yeah, it's probably part of the show. But if remember how he was like, I got my first big thing from right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Like if he says that in every city he goes to, then you're like, come on, dog, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sometimes I've heard about artists doing that shit. Like, this is my favorite city in the world. I love Charleston.
Yeah, they all do it. They all do it. They all do that.
They want the
it's
pop.
Part of the show, but yeah, you got to get the pop and you got to make people feel like they're part of the show. But I don't know. The way he said it, I was just like, I don't know. I feel like he's a dope enough artist and person to like really make every show its own. You know what I'm saying? So, and maybe he does, but when I've seen a couple videos other than that, and I was like, because this is why I say that, because he had a show like in Nebraska or some shit, and the stadium looks very similar to the one we were at. So when I started watching the video, I was like, oh shit, this is in Greensboro, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the video I was at.
I was there.
You know, I was there. Like, that's how
Hello,
I felt.
South Dakota.
Yeah, and then he's like, let's go South Dakota. And then they pan. I was like, oh, shit, this ain't the same show. But word for word, verbatim, the same shit he said at this show. And I was just like...
It's at the end of the day, it's
a show.
It's
It is. But
those guys keep like, I don't want to use the word clutch, but they keep like those filler lines in between songs or filler bits in between.
Yeah,
like, kind of like a comedian. They just keep the shit rolling.
It makes it easier.
What I liked about it was he really did. I mean, he did a little bit of talking, but he didn't talk too much through the thing. Like he'd like say his little piece and then next song play. As far as like presentation and production on this, he definitely came out of his wallet to spend some money on those guys because like the effects, the lighting. I mean, everything was just like put well.
Well, I think you should.
Together.
You know what I mean? Like we were talking. I don't know if it was on the pod or before the pod. We were talking about Brilliant Idiots and like Andrew Schultz just fucking did 2 shows in Toronto and 26,000 people a show.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like he did that last weekend, I think, and he was talking about what you're talking about. Like he was like, I spent the money, bro. Like because. He looks at it, I guess he kind of looks at it like we look at it and people should look at it. It's like I'd rather do 100 intimate shows, you know what I mean, smaller theater type shows, and if that makes the show, you know what I mean, if rather than do 40 fucking arenas, you know what I'm saying, like if I have to do more shows for it to be the show, then I would do it. Word. But he's like, he was like, that's why I spent so much money on it. He was like, I spent to have screens. We fucking went into the arena, made sure the fucking angles were so like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting in the fucking nosebleeds and making sure the angle on these screens makes that dude feel like we're in a theater. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I can make if I can make an arena feel like you're in a theater and feel that way, then I'll do arenas because I want. Come on,
Yeah.
I want to do it for 26,000 fucking people, and I want everybody to experience that shit together. But at the same time, if it doesn't feel that way, then I'd rather do fucking 100 dates a year in a smaller venue where everybody feels that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
either way, that shit was dope, and I'd love to see Andrew Schultz live. And Andrew Schultz and JellyRoll are friends.
yeah.
Real tight.
Yeah. JellyRoll's friends with a lot of fucking comedians. The dude that was hosting or whatever,
Josh Adam
he was
Myers?
good.
Yeah. Christina was like, "Who is he?" I was like, "He's a comedian." He's like, "He's not saying funny shit." I was like, "Cause he's not here to do a comedy show. He's
just here to
friends
hype
with
it
JellyRoll."
up.
He
Yeah.
had a couple jokes.
He slid some shit in there, and he actually could sing all right.
Yeah, he had
what
that
he
rock
sing?
voice.
Yeah, he's got the rock voice.
That raspy rock voice. I think he does something like that with his comedy. I think he does like some screaming shit or some rock and roll shit. I ain't really checked too much into his comedy. I know he's been on like Joe Rogan a bunch. And not Brilliant Idiots, Legion of Skanks.
Which is your shit.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Most offensive podcast in the world. Those guys take it to the limit. They're like, yep, well, this is all we can do now. It's like tattooing your face. It's like, all right, so this is the route I'm going now.
Did you listen to any of the new Drake album?
Yeah, I listened to it. I listened to it this morning. I think I got through. What was the joint that he did with SZA?
Slime Out.
Slime Out, yeah.
Slime You Out or Slime Out,
Whatever,
something like
whichever one.
that.
That was the one I finished on. I thought it was decent, man. I mean, I don't really fuck with the R&B kind of things. Like, dude, Drake's an animal, dude. He can rap. Whatever. He makes he's definitely number one. I'm pretty sure his album's number one. That shit he has with J. Cole on there is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That shit's ridiculous. That dude right there is a monster, man.
Yeah, J. Cole is just... I've heard a lot of people... Because, like... J. Cole's so good that people compare him to, like, battle rappers. You know, they're like... Oh, well, J. Cole's not that good. Like, you think those are bars? Like, you should hear this battle rapper or this person or that person. I'm like...
You compare apples to oranges.
Apples to oranges. Like, you're comparing somebody that's not even rapping on a beat.
Yeah.
For one. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the dudes are good artists, but come on now.
Yeah, they are good artists, but most battle rappers can't like, for me, because I'm a bar rapper and I started battling and shit, like, as well as you, I know that it's very difficult to just bar shit to death over a beat because you got the constraints of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, for one, when the beat comes on, the beat gives you a vibe.
Yeah.
All right. So instantly you're in a vibe. Whereas if I just decided I'm gonna write these bars with no beat, nothing, I can just say whatever the fuck I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I could rap as many bars. I could put as many syllables, I don't have to have any flow. Like, it could just be like, I'm going to say the wildest and best shit ever. But once you turn a beat on, it's like, all right.
Can you connect the dots?
Yeah. Can you have this concept of whatever the concept of the song is and then add that into it and then keep a melody, keep a flow, keep a cadence, you know what I'm saying, that rides the beat.
Battle rap is about me talking about you.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's what the subject matter is. The subject matter is how much better I am than you or how much stupider you are than me or whatever. Putting on a beat is like, I'm not just talking about you. I mean, I can, but it's really better if you just make a connection to the song. I think we've had this conversation before, but I've always compared it to like surfing. It's like riding a wave. Once the wave comes, it's like, what you gonna do with it? Because you got to ride it. Because otherwise, you're not gonna be on it. But you got to make that connection to like the music wave, and you got to connect the dots to make it relatable. You got to make it entertaining and all of that bullshit. But battle rap is just about being fuck you, and here's why.
Yeah.
Rather than you can go anywhere with a song, but a battle rap's a battle rap.
Yeah.
But J. Cole, I don't even know if he would be a good battle rapper. He's just so deep on just connecting to just human emotion.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I mainly remember whenever what was the song? What was the album came out where the bar where he was like, I put M's on your hat, I put M's on your head, you Luigi brothers now.
That's his most recent joint.
And people was just like, oh, because a lot of people are flipping out about that bar, and it's a dope bar, but it's not crazy bar. It's not like top tier fucking like oh my god bar, but people were like acting like, if you think that's a bar, you should listen to fucking these battle rappers, that guy or this guy. And I'm just like, bro, but that's, like, that's just see, we
One
cover
piece to
ground,
the
me and
puzzle.
you, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole scheme, that the way it went with the beat is what makes him great. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I'm sure J. Cole could sit here and just be like, I'm just gonna do nothing but bars, and he could do that. You know what I'm saying? But to have like that rhythm and that cadence makes it hard. That's why Drake's so dope to me. Like, is he can just make shit sound good all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Sound.
Like, it just always sounds good. And in that song, like, I know people are flipping out over fucking Cole's verse. But that second little verse, that I wish they wouldn't have changed the beat, but it still ended up dope. But all that shit Drake was saying was fucking fire too. I mean, maybe he didn't write it. I don't know, but I wouldn't fucking say he didn't. Like, but he killed that shit too, man.
Yeah, dude.
I like that shit.
I was happy for it to come. I gotta finish it up, and then I can have a better analysis on it.
Yeah, I gotta finish it up,
My man
too.
D
I
Cross
mean-
told me it was pretty good. He was like, "Yeah, you'll probably like this one. You probably like that one." I was like, "All right, yeah. I'll give it a shot. I gotta finish it up."
Definitely got some dope shit on there for sure. But I don't know, man. Like, I think Drake just got too high of expectations from people or something. And I don't even know why. Like, I've never looked at, like, if you're going to Drake for fucking straight bars, like, you're not gonna find them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's like the perfect, like, I think we've talked about this before, but he's just like the build a bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, if you could create the perfect rapper, you'd probably end up with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can sing, he can rap, he's got the image, he's got the look, he's got the style, he's got, you know what I mean? Like, he's got good beats, he's got good production, he's got the album covers look good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
He's got it all. He's got
it's just
need.
everything you need. Like, if you fucking went into a fucking MC workshop and was like,
He's pretty much an independent label, right? He pretty much runs his own shit now. Or is
he
by
got
himself?
OVO now, yeah.
But it's his shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure.
Is he still with Cash Money in any way?
Young Money? Nah, I don't think so. I think he already surpassed his.
Didn't something happen where Wayne sold like half of Drake's catalog that he had with Young Money or some shit like that?
Yeah, Wayne sold like the masters to a bunch of Young Money shit.
That's fucked up. I never understood that shit. How you could sell somebody else's music. I mean, I understand, like, the label owns it because you made it under their label. But, like, how they say, like, I think it's Beyonce, Adele, Eminem. There's like elite talents that own most of their music, and it's only like 75%, 77% of their music, of their masters. Like, every song, every dime they make, every dime that music makes, they get like 7.7 cents, or every dollar they get 77 cents, just percentage wise. But I never understood that, how I could show up to your label, you own a label, I show up, you do absolutely nothing except put your name behind my shit, and then you own it. So, like, remember how we was talking about, like, Caskey? I was like, damn, I was hoping he would do this song or that song. And he was like, well, that was all when he was with Cash Money. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Because he, like, can't even perform those songs anymore?
No, he can still perform them.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, you could perform whatever you want, but you can't sell it. And that's probably why he doesn't perform them, because say he performs a dope ass song he did with Cash Money and a bunch of motherfuckers fall in love with it, they go listen to that instead of his shit that he gets the money from.
Yeah, so he's not promoting his shit now. He's promoting Cash Money shit.
Yeah, exactly. So if everybody goes and fucks with that song, that's cool. It's probably gonna lead you to my shit, but I ain't gonna make no money off of it, because them motherfuckers gonna collect every red cent of plays on that
up.
shit, you know.
It's fucked up. Put respect on my name.
And I don't know the ins and outs of everything, but to give you how I feel about what Wayne did or how some of these people do, like Wayne sold the masters. Say Wayne, I don't know the parameters, but say Wayne sold the masters to Drake's older shit that was with Young Money, right?
Right.
In most people, the public's eyes would be like, that's fucked up. You know, you sold his shit or whatever. But in the real like grand scheme of things, it's like he sold the masters, which were just sitting there. You know what I mean? If I sell it to a company, so like me and you, we make all this music, we make money, and the masters are mine. And you moved on, you got your own shit going on. So all that old music and back catalog and shit, it's just sitting there. Like, it's really not making money. But I sell it to this new company, and I make $100 million off of it. And what's that new company want to do? They just spent $100 million.
Yeah, just pump that shit.
They want to pump that shit.
Right.
So they're fucking selling it to movies, to games. So, you know what I mean? Like, the next movie you see is fucking just hold on, we're going home.
Yeah.
It's like in the movie, and then Drake makes a fucking $1 million off of that movie. You know what I mean?
Does Drake make it, or does whoever owns
Yeah,
the
because
masters make
you
it?
probably whoever owns the masters is going to make it, but I'm sure Drake has writing credits on that,
He probably
publishing
got some.
credits.
Because like
You
even
know what
with
I'm
Taylor
saying?
Swift, because she's still recording.
But it's
all
like
her
you
old
said,
stuff.
it's only like a percentage.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
as, like. Did you ever read on how like whenever Eminem was dissing Michael Jackson? So
Yeah.
what Michael Jackson did to get back is he went and bought the song. He bought the master, so he's like, let him play that song if he wants. Every time he plays it, I get paid, kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's
Michael
their-
Jackson did a lot of that shit. Who else did
the
he do?
Beatles.
The Beatles. He bought their
He
masters.
took all their shit to push
Yeah.
it. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I heard about him doing that to somebody else too. Like he showed up and they were just gonna like play some music for him to see his like opinion on it. He's like, oh yeah, it's a good song. The boys went home. He's like, where's the contract? Sign, take your shit. Like, my song. It's like, damn, Mike, you a dog, man.
He was a motherfucker.
You know they was
dog.
talking about, speaking of Michael Jackson, this shit popped up the other day on my shit, and they were like, you know, they always talk about Michael Jackson was about little kids and boys and gay and all that weird shit. But they were like, people that were like really close to him was like, nah, dude, Michael Jackson was a dog. Like and they had video of him. It's like, oh shit, look at that girl bouncing with the big titties. Tell her, come here. Tell her, I want the bitch with the big titties. I was like, damn. Dog, they always portray Michael as being this like heartwarming, like wholesome, lovable kid. He may be a little inappropriate with kid dude, but they were like, nah, Michael used to go shopping for these bitches. Like he just walked into the crowd and like, I want her and I want her. Bring them on.
Yeah.
Dirty motherfucker.
Shit. I don't know, dude. Like, they were, like, Taylor Swift has been in the news a lot lately, and
Thank
feel
God,
like-
because the NFL is just going to shit without her, ain't it?
But I feel like we had like huge stars that did shit like that, and like it hadn't been like that for a long time. Like Michael Jackson was that type of fucking star. You know what I mean? Like if Michael Jackson showed up to a fucking football game,
It was a Michael Jackson.
it was
show.
Michael Jackson show. Like they was gonna put that shit on him constantly. Like they don't do that no more, and I don't know why Taylor is like the one. You know, she must have sold
she's-
extra hard to the Illuminati, but but regardless, like you know, she's fucking huge like that. Like got that star power where most people like you see Drake at a fucking Raptors game, and they'll show him a couple times or whatever, but Taylor's there, bro. It's like every chance they get.
Yeah, they're showing her. I was watching the Chiefs
All the
game.
quips in the fucking
yesterday I was watching
commentary.
it, and Travis Kelce. She must have not been in the game. They scored a touchdown. I looked up. I was like, they gonna show Taylor, but they didn't. I was like, oh, she must be.
Because she probably wasn't
She
there.
probably wasn't there,
She probably had a show. I mean, damn, I don't even know how she been at these fucking these games.
She trying to get that Super Bowl is what they say. She wants to get a Super Bowl performance.
She should.
She could. She got the catalog.
Yeah, she should. I mean, I've been saying for the last, I don't know, it seems like the last, 5 years have been super, like, R&B, hip-hop, fucking
Who was last year? Last year was
Dre.
Snoop. Who was before that?
I don't know, but there ain't. Remember, it used to be like U2. Fuck, I don't know if they did it, but it used to be like.
Well, I mean, no, because you think Maroon 5 had it a few years ago. Was that like 5 years ago? Maroon 5 had it.
Bruno Mars. But that's like
Mars
R&B. That's like Beyonce had it a few years ago. Rihanna had it last year. It was M and Dre before that. This year's Usher. I'm like,
that shit gonna be.
They're gonna have to go back to. They're not go back to, but they're gonna have to like. They're gonna have to like. Honestly, Morgan Wallen should have the shit, but they don't want to give it to him. But
they're gonna if it's gonna be like a pop rock band, they're gonna have to pull up somebody that has the catalog.
Yeah.
What rock band?
I love Taylor, but Morgan would kill that shit, dog.
Yeah, sure. But
what did he do recent? I don't know, but Morgan would kill that shit.
But think about that shit. What rock band right now has a catalog to go do a great Super Bowl show? I say Red Hot Chili Peppers. They already
no rock band.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're really
no like fresh. I mean, but Usher doesn't really have a lot of new music. He's got some newer music, he's got bangers.
He's got the back catalog. Yeah, that shit's gonna be fire. That shit's gonna be fucking badass.
I'm fucking huge Usher fan, dude.
Oh yeah, I fucks with Usher. But
I pretty much know every word to every song motherfuckers put out. It seems like I'm sure there's shit that's like buried on albums that I don't really know that well, but.
When is Chris Brown gonna get the fucking Super Bowl?
He won't, man. He's not big enough.
Shit, that's a damn shame.
It is. I mean, he's definitely worthy, in my opinion, but
that's a damn shame.
He ain't big enough, bro. He ain't. Usher has transcended like his like. Chris Brown is like respected and not that everybody don't know him, but he also has that black mark on him, like Morgan does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As fucked up as it might be, but it is what it is. Like,
damn. So who you think had the worst Super Bowl performance that you can think of in your lifetime?
It was one. It was who was the was it Aerosmith? No, who's the rock band that
Aerosmith had? They was just kind of featured with
Run DMC
in Sync. Remember Aerosmith was on there with NSYNC, Nelly.
There was somebody I didn't like.
Fucking Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Black Eyed Peas. That's probably the
one that I was saying. That's probably the worst.
Like,
and even though they did have
that shit was a trend,
pretty good songs and shit, I still feel like they did a shit show.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. The Lady Gaga one wasn't all that, but I fucks with Lady Gaga.
I respect her as an artist, but I can't really name one song that I'm like, yo, throw on that Lady Gaga.
Did you see recently her performing the song Poker Face? Like
where she was talking about it was about like a dude with a little dick not being able to please you.
Her like faking the funk, like, oh yeah, right there, baby, my poker face. He can't see my poker.
Maroon 5 was ranked as the worst halftime show.
Were they? I thought he did a pretty good fucking job.
2019.
I believe it though.
And then the Black Eyed Peas, then the Blues Brothers, and then Phil Collins, but it gets older and older.
I don't even know. I didn't know the Blues Brothers even did the Super Bowl.
That had to be in the 80s. 97?
Damn, 97?
Why the fuck they even let the Blues Brothers do that shit? Ain't that like a fake band anyways?
Yeah, they're like, dude, which one of the Belushi brothers was that? That wasn't John Belushi. It was James Belushi?
The Blues Brothers is like Dan Aykroyd and fucking
James
They
Belushi.
let them boys do a halftime show?
I didn't even know. They might as well let Cheech and Chong get a halftime show.
Bro, I don't even believe that. Michael Jackson.
Prince, 2000.
Prince was the best, but Michael Jackson killed that shit.
The only thing that fucked Michael Jackson up for me was it was during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it had been at night where he popped that shit off, that'd have been dope. Because that was the one where he like popped up in different places around the stadium.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking crazy.
That shit was
one
fire.
of my favorite ones was Justin Timberlake's, man.
Justin Timberlake
had a bomb ass one. The Bruno Mars one was super dope.
Yeah.
That one
Didn't
was
B.O.B. come out on that one? No, I don't think.
No, I think he did. He played the drums.
That's what I thought.
I think he came out and played the drums.
Yeah.
Is he the B.O.B. or the dude he's with now?
I think it was B.O.B. Yeah, it was B.O.B. Because this was before that dude. Before.
It was Rihanna.
Rihanna was last year. Hers was pretty dope. She was pretty dope.
I liked it, but it was still kind of, I don't know. I feel like now, at this point, you have to bring people out, and she didn't.
Yeah, I was really expecting
You know,
Kanye
like
to come out.
that was like at this point, like it wasn't always like you. I feel like you gotta have features.
Well,
you know
wasn't
what I mean?
it? Isn't it like a thing? Like every time there's a Super Bowl artist, they're like, who's gonna be their guest? Like they at least
Yeah.
have one guest. Because like Justin Timberlake didn't bring out anybody, but his guest was because he was in Minnesota. His guest was Prince. Remember, he lit up the city purple and shit. And he played the Prince song and had him playing in the background and shit. It was like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That was
You gotta
fucking dope.
have something. You know what I mean? Gotta have something for sure. But
it was Mason Jar getting the damn the Super Bowl.
never.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Something slapping.
I might be at the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be at the Super Bowl one day, doing my thing.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just gonna like be in attendance.
Probably.
Gotta have some
That's probably
big-
more feasible.
Big money to do that shit.
Nah, dude, I'm fucking old. Look at this shit, bro. Like,
Call yourself.
I
old.
just started at fucking 16, but. Anyways, we just wanted to hop on and fucking tell y'all motherfuckers, like, we love y'all. Appreciate Jim's Towing. Appreciate Jody, Josh, and Brittany putting us down. They've been talking about the music, watching the pod. They were good concert cohorts.
Cohorts.
Yeah, sitting next to us, chilling, had a good time. Who else? What else we had to shout out? Fuck it. But you see, chair empty tonight. If you'd like to be on, you'd like to chill with us, talk, then hit us up, man. We're booking for next year, so come on through the water pod if you got something cool to talk about. We'd love to have you.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to who we have on next. Adam.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Adam
good one.
from the fucking
Adam's
Hooplas.
my man.
If y'all ain't never heard of the Hooplas, go check out the Hooplas, man. Them dudes are dope. They super dope fucking band. They got like 311, Blink 182, fucking Rage Against the Machine, like that kind of vibe, but more new school. Super dope fucking people. Cousin Sal, Waterboy.
Hey.
Think harder, work smarter. If you want it to grow, just add water. It's the Water Pod. Shout out our cameraman, Foolish, behind the cam. Peace.
We out.
Yeah, my